It's black girl magic. It's definitely magic if your hair down to here. We don't grow our hair like that.
Now, see, okay, so what just happened was we got put right back in the box we're trying to get out of. Because every one of my father's sisters' hair grows down here. These perceptions are exactly what we are pushing out. See, we can't ask other people to treat us in a way that we can't treat ourselves, number one.
Yes, we're discussing the natural hair doesn't grow topic because of this circulating video from TikTok. I will let you have a listen.
Most black women do not have long hair. They do not have long natural hair. Black hair does not grow. It does not grow at the same speed as other races. If you are one of the unicorns where you can cut your hair one day and in 2 months or 3 months you got inches, you know you're a rare breed. When we cut our hair, that's it. It's going to take a little while for it to grow. Damage or undamaged. Drinking water or not drinking water. Why do you think one of the major ways to make money is to sell black women growth oils? Even from Madam C.J. Walker to right now, you want to make a quick buck, sell a growth oil. Our hair does not grow like that. It doesn't.
Okay, so she's not done talking, but I'm going to be cutting in from time to time just so we can have a conversation about each point that she's making along the way. First thing, selling growth oil is not a big business or a lucrative business just because people truly believe that natural hair doesn't grow. No, I personally feel like that is a lucrative business because people are not patient enough to wait for the time that it requires for hair to grow in the period that it requires for you to see the growth that you want to see. You're not patient enough, so you expect hair to be grown tomorrow. And you will see this a lot in under people's comments where somebody's taking out a 3 months, 4 months, 6 months protective hairstyle and they're like, that is the growth that I expect in 2 weeks. Are you serious?
It's not going to happen overnight or like in a week, maybe not even in a month. You have to do something consistently different and keep at it.
Another excuse I keep hearing is I didn't get good hair, nobody in my family. No ma'am, nobody requires a family history of long hair to have long hair. Your ancestors have nothing to do with it. And Adana is a great example of that because when she started taking care of her hair and you saw her doing less of these slick downs, less of gels and over styling and manipulating her hair, you saw her hair flourish. We are seeing it now and she's doing a great job at teaching little girls on how to take care of their hair. So it's not been about whether or not black women can grow hair. It's more a question of can you keep your hands out of your head for long enough for your hair to actually grow, for you to actually see results. Because believe me, this has nothing to do with race. But if you want to make it about race, we can go there too. Question: how many times are you manipulating your hair in comparison to your friends that are white? How many tighter hairstyles are you doing per month, per 2 months, per year in comparison to the white friends? So you now see that our problem has never been hair growth but length retention instead. Every time you do cornrows and wait a couple weeks or months, doesn't your hair begin to lift? Don't your cornrows begin to lift? What do you think that is? That is growth, my friend. But as soon as the cornrows come out, there you go again with the straighteners, the gels and the slick backs. Bruh, give your hair a chance to breathe. You must understand, the more we try to make our hair look like somebody else's and not ours, the more likely we are to experience hair damage and also not be able to retain that length. But don't go around telling everybody else, oh, it's because of your race that your hair is like that. It's like we've gotten so used to blaming things on things that we cannot change because it requires no work on our part. If you and your friend's hair is not growing because you keep gelling it down and manipulating your hair, it is not because you're both black. It is because you keep gelling it down and manipulating your hair. Do whatever you want to do with your hair. I do too. But when you don't see the desired results, please know that it is a consequence of your own actions and never anything to do with your ancestors. Assuming you don't have any medical condition, of course. Now on to our next point.
I do not look feminine with natural hair. Then coupled with the fact that the hair doesn't grow as fast, no. Some women have the confidence, they have the beauty to be able to pull off a short natural. I do not. I do not. And I think most black women do not. They do not. And for a lot of, I know me, I feel prettier with wigs or straight hair. I feel prettier. I feel more feminine with hair, wearing hair that mimics another race of people. And I know that's a shame. And I know that's some internalized self-hate. But listen, my eyes aren't fooling me. I don't look, okay? I don't look that good in any style, but definitely when my hair looks what it looks like natural. You know how some men, black men, they like a woman natural in theory, But if you put her side by side with a woman with a wig, they would choose a woman with the wig. I think a lot of black women are on that type of tip. We like our hair natural in theory. You know, we should like it in theory. We like it better on somebody else, but when it comes to us, we do not look feminine. You know, we do not look we do not look pretty. And the black community knows that we have those self-esteem issues. The black men and black women, they know we have these insecurities around our hair. And instead of letting us be great, what do? Taunt and pick, and knowing everything that we're going through. Knowing that for real, I don't want to wear straight. I don't want to wear straight hair. But I don't look good with my natural hair. And the natural wigs, they look like, you know, who done it and why. I'm not trying to go to work looking like Mufasa.
The Mufasa comparison is crazy. I have never watched The Lion King, so I had to look that up to see who she's actually talking about. That is what she's comparing herself to.
Stop it. Get some help.
Anyway, I do agree with her on one point. Some people like to pretend that they like natural hair when really what they're referring to is either long natural hair or some other type of natural hair texture that is not the most kinkiest. A lot of these issues with our hair are rooted in texturism and our obsession with long hair. Unfortunately, it requires a certain level of boldness to exist in your most natural, purest form if what you look like does not fit the beauty standard. I still remember this one comment like it was yesterday. It was on Deborah Baum's YouTube video where she was trying to do a mini twist hairstyle on her natural hair. Well, the hair didn't actually turn out the way she would have liked it to be. Maybe it wasn't thick enough, I can't remember, but something like that. And the comment underneath that video was, well, at least you're pretty. You have a beautiful enough face to conceal the undesirable outcome of the natural hairstyle. And I was just like, wow. And if you're not pretty enough, you must be bold enough. You must have the confidence of at least 10 million people, because the commenter followed it up with a comment saying, I could never.
Every day I get on this app and y'all get more and more ignorant. Go pick up a book. Go learn how to love yourself. A lot of you guys need a lot of help.
So I'm sorry if I let the cat out of the bag and I explained too much, but this is it. And y'all need to stop. Listen, it'll never change. It'll never change. Okay, so y'all can harass us, you can belittle us, you can talk about the hard wig versus the soft wig, X, Y, and Z. We don't care. We don't care. Y'all can put it to bed. The black community thrives off of abuse. The black community thrives off of abuse and trauma. Okay, and so it is what it is.
And this also is partly true because a lot of times you see some black people literally having abusive behavior towards other black people just based on how they look and what their hair looks like, snatching wigs and just calling them all sort of things. I know it's much easier to just point fingers and talk about how somebody doesn't love herself, but most of us weren't born already hating on ourselves. It is the environments that we grew up in and also society's reinforcement of the beauty standards that we cannot meet.
I say, you could have fucking tried. Crazy how you crashed out. I should have knew it was something when you wouldn't let them do your makeup or get your wig combed out. This bitch.
So when you try to preach about self-hate, make sure the message isn't only going to the people that are actually experiencing it at a time. It should go to all of humanity.
Some of us have not arrived to a place where we feel strong enough, beautiful enough, or embraced enough to wear our natural hair on our wedding day. I, however, am thankful that I have a sister like the one I do. Although I've been natural for many years before her, she has embraced her natural hair in a way that I haven't yet arrived at. For her, natural will always be formal enough.